Actually, Amberlynn said that she's strictly Clitly. I now see Fripples. I forgot on locale. Sonic. Stav. Soga. Judy the Kid. Ifiga. Capital Go Man. Why is that? That should not be. Is that better? Anders Pack. Why does that plug have tentacles? You're gonna have to ask yourself then. Hi, Sonic. I cannot turn my mic up any higher. Let me see. Maybe if I just talk closer. Hi for retro's sake. Vicious. Cootie the Kid. Soga, I think I already said. Meth Bear. I think I got everyone. I think it's because I have all those filters on my mic since I've got a lot of fans and air conditioners and such going. As it is the summer in Southern California. The Squissy. No meth. Well, maybe. It's really the whole situation is pretty sus right now. No one knows if she broke up with her or if she broke up with, or if Amber broke up with the feeder or the feeder broke up with Amber, or if none of it's real. People are even speculating that they've been together for a year. Fourth writer. Oh man, Capto Go Man, that's horrible. Can I get an F? F in the chat for Capto Go Man. A link to the past saved, corrupted. while I was in the middle of playing. That's horrible. Hi, Caro. Hi, DJ. And Kobe died? That's horrible. Captain Goman, I'm really sorry that Kobe Bryant died and then you lost your save file. Can this day get any worse? I want to start with this. DSP took Sunday off because he had a minor cold. ALTTP, a Link to the Past, the what do you call it? The Super Nintendo Legend of Zelda game. Hey, Koraz, the fourth writer. So DSP took Sunday off because he has a minor cold, and his throat was killing him. His throat was throbbing. So on Sunday night he comes back and gives us a health update called "In Recovery." Should be back tomorrow. Thanks for understanding. Health update, July 28th, 2024. In recovery. Because he got the common cold, or like Cutie's saying, maybe allergies. So, let's see.
Update on my health.
Hold on, I gotta turn it up.
Yesterday, on Saturday, the 27th
He's always a little
of
low.
July 2024, I abruptly ended my
Yeah, he's a
marathon
throat goat.
about an hour to an hour and a half early. And, I understand a lot of people are concerned and why. I almost never do that. Like, I commit myself to doing my full broadcasts and being here for my content. It's a rarity when I have a day off or something is out of the ordinary. Basically, I talked about it during that.
It's just like when you try to get out of school when you're a kid. He does the exact same thing. It just so happens that whenever he starts like coughing and stuff, it's right after he tells you that he's sick. He tells you, "Oh man, I'm so sick."
That marathon.
Mom, I can't go to school.
But I got really sick because my wife has been sick all week.
Oh, Mom, really? I'm sick.
I've been talking about this over the last couple of weeks, but we've had a lot of shifting here with our schedules, and shifts and things like that. My wife's job particularly, and she came down with a really bad illness this week, a really bad head cold. Started around Monday. She got a really severe sore throat for a couple of days, and then she got really severe head congestion, stuffiness, etc. And now, here we are on the weekend. She's almost done. Like, she still has some residual symptoms, but it's not that bad.
Symptoms?
She's able to function and everything. But basically, for most of this week, she couldn't work because of this. She was home. Now, I thought I was out of the woods because she started showing symptoms on Monday of the week. And you're thinking, man, you live with someone.
He's so sweaty, dude.
You're with them, interacting with them all day, every day. I was doing my best to try to take care of her.
He's married.
Over the week.
In case anybody missed that.
And I apologize that you can hear me doing this. It's all my sinuses are completely pouring down the back of my throat right now. It's really disgusting, and I have to do that to even talk so I don't cough. So, I was doing my best to help her out, take care of her over the week.
Talks about how sick he is,
and
then
it was,
immediately
Friday
does
going
the
into Saturday, and I'm like, I don't
thing.
see a single symptom. So you would think that by now, if I was going to get it, I would have gotten a symptom. So I thought, man,
you're gonna have to DoorDash
right?
fourth
I'm out
rider.
of the woods and I'm not going to get it. And then, of course, Saturday morning, I wake up to do my marathon, and my throat is killing me. Now, at first, when I started the marathon yesterday, it was just severe soreness, and I'm like, I can tough through this. It's not a big deal. A sore throat is a sore throat. As long as I can talk, I'm all right. And that was my philosophy. And, yesterday we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of different things.
Got 12 minutes. It's 11 minutes, 57 seconds. We got a 12-minute explanation for this guy having a cold.
things together. I mean, I debuted my new webcam, which you can see right now.
Maybe
Full 60 frames, actual cool color representation on this camera. That's
color
accurate
representation.
Now.
Wow.
What you could actually see behind me is real. What you're seeing, you're probably seeing way
Do I
more
have
colors
this in
than ever before
10K?
because this webcam
Oh.
is so awesome.
10K, 1080. Let's go, 1080.
And I'm like, we're just gonna get through it.
Whoa, the colors are so much different now.
And arguably the first half of the day, I was getting through it. I mean, probably, let's be honest, you guys were being so supportive during that stream that I was taking a lot of shots. And those shots were numbing the pain in my throat, so I was kind of toughing through it. And we got through a bunch of games and stuff. You know, we tried out the Marvel Rivals beta. We had some fun with Street Fighter 6. Even though I was buzzed, I was still getting wins. Had some pretty bad food. If you want to see that video, it's over on my DSP Reacts channel. The barbecue that I ordered was atrociously dry and bad.
Captain Lego Man. Calling into work for giving a 12-minute speech.
And then we were basically in the next segment of the show, which was Nintendo World Championships. And as I was playing it, my throat swelled up so bad that I actually really couldn't talk anymore. So you'll notice if you watch that Nintendo World Championships video from yesterday, I go from like, all right, let's do it, and I'm playing and I'm talking and commentating, to I'm just being completely silent. Like, I'm saying nothing because I can't. My throat is throbbing and swollen. I can't say
throbbing and swollen.
So basically, I played it for like 45 minutes, and I was like, guys, I can't keep going on. Like, how do I stream and do a marathon when I can't talk? Plus, I was feeling like crap. Like, I felt like a truck hit me. So I abruptly ended the stream early, and basically, I did nothing to set up for today. Like, I knew with how I felt that there wasn't going to be any way that I was going to be able to stream today. It was not going to be possible. So essentially, all I did is I bumped the dates on all of my streams by a day.
Okay.
And I posted up everywhere, hey guys, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, and I left it at that. I spent a few hours trying to like eat. And
he called off last night. Why is he even make this?
Essentially, what happened was I went to sleep. I think around 11 p.m. I want to say, maybe around 11 p.m., maybe around midnight. I can't remember because honestly, I was like so delirious and in pain.
So delirious and
in pain
for about
12 hours straight.
From cold.
Okay. 12 hours and didn't move. Like, I was out like a light. And I do remember I woke up, I want to say it was the middle of the morning, I don't know when. And you know how you can feel like when a fever breaks?
It was delirious.
Feel, like, so I felt that at some point during the night. And then I remember waking up in the morning and swallowing, and I didn't have excruciating pain in my throat. I was like, oh, whatever's going on in there, it must have cleared up. So the good news now is my throat isn't really that sore anymore. The problem is I have constant grossness in the back coming down my post-nasal drip through my sinuses into my throat.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, so I could talk.
I love that.
That's the good thing. I'm not having a good time. Like, I'll be honest, I still have a fever on and off. It's going up and down all day. It's been like this. So I slept 12 hours.
Well, if we could throw DSP back to be a peasant, but it could be like a reality show where he's a peasant, but at night he's able to stream somehow. Don't ask me how the logistics are going to work on that, but just imagine he gets to come home and do like a daily wrap of his day as a medieval peasant. That would be amazing. Hey, subject.
I got up, and it was around noon today, and I'm like, man, I'm starving now, and we didn't really have anything in the house really eat. Like, usually I have like a bagel in the morning. I'm like, well, a bagel ain't gonna cut it. So we actually ordered some sandwiches quick because we didn't want fried food. Like, no, I just gotta get like a sandwich with some good meat and veggies and stuff on it. We ordered some sandwiches, and I ate that quick, and I actually felt much better after I ate it. But then all of a sudden I felt completely tired again. So I went back to sleep for another 2 hours. Then I woke up, and basically my wife and I were like, well, the thing is, this week we're so bad up now because my wife was sick all week. So a lot of the things that normally need to get done around the house didn't get done because she's been sick,
that has a job.
I've been streaming. It's not like I had time off. I've been streaming. So I was like, well, here's what we got to do. My wife actually has to go back to work tomorrow. For the first time in like a week, she's returning to work after being sick. I'm like, let's do as much as we
works
can
once a week, so
together.
You didn't actually miss any days.
This will alleviate the burden of having to do all this stuff in the house. So we did for like 2 straight hours. We worked together.
Hey,
we did all this stuff in the house to get it all done. And then she made dinner, which was baked chicken with some cream corn. I was able to eat that, and I felt good after that. And I was like, all right, well, what I got to do now? I got all this stuff I got to do upstairs. Like, I have to set up the playlist.
Yeah,
for
she
the
got a
React
week
show
off for a
tomorrow.
cold.
I got to do the new schedule. I have a bunch of bills I got to pay because it's month end, and at month end, like this last week, a bunch of bills are due. So
That's
I
a
got to
good
do
point,
that.
Medbear.
And I was gonna do that, you
Be
know,
horrible.
normally
Moving
anyway.
to
But I'm like, let me
Alberta.
just do it tonight. So here I am. I've been in the office now for about an hour and a half trying to do stuff. As I'm doing it, I'm feeling way overheated. I'm like, oh man, it must be my fever again coming back. So the good news is the soreness is alleviated to the point where I can talk. So I can definitely stream. The bad news is I definitely still have a fever on and off. I still got massive head congestion. This thing's pouring down my throat. So I'm going to be here, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to be in limited capacity, and there's not much I can really do about that. But I'm going to do my best to be here for you guys. But there is an update. Basically, I'm here for 3 more days this week.
Yeah, exactly, Car. So he doesn't have to interact with anyone, so it'd be fine for him to go to work with the cold. But the cold is taking him out physically.
Here Monday, which would be what, the 29th, Tuesday the 30th, and Wednesday the 31st of July. You might say, well, wait, what happened? Because your week you were supposed to be off on Wednesday. Well, because my wife was sick and missed work, they changed her work schedule. So now they pushed it. So now she has more days of work this week. Just don't even think about that. Someone's just been out nearly a week being very sick. So let's reschedule them to give them a ridiculous amount of days in a row of work as soon as they're back. I'm sure that they could possibly not go wrong at all, right? I mean, American retail for you. But anyway.
American retail for you.
Yeah, so she has to work a bunch of days now. Boom, boom, boom. And because of that, now our day off is shifted to Thursday. So that means tomorrow on Monday the 29th, I'll be doing my React day. So I'll have a podcast here in the morning where hopefully we'll have some news and stuff to talk about. And not, we'll probably just do suggestion box. And then we're going to head over to DSP React and do DSP versus the Internet, the clip show. And then at night, we're going to do Retro React to Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Olympics. The Olympics
Yeah, I didn't. I was gonna.
People are watching, and talking.
I was gonna
about them,
restream that,
it should be fun.
and I realized it was on Retro Reacts.
As the real Olympics are happening. Okay, that means Tuesday
I checked in on it for a little bit.
Finish Fallout 4 on the first stream on Tuesday and get it done, so it's out of the rotation and we can focus on other games. Tuesday night, I think I want to play more of that Marvel Rivals beta that we were in.
I think this is the first time I've ever watched DSP Retro Reacts. I watched like 10 minutes of it. It was kind of sad because it was one of the playthroughs where him and John were having fun being buddies. So that was a little depressing.
About an hour and a half of during the marathon. It plays like Overwatch. It has a unique cast of Marvel characters. I'd like to try a lot more of them. So I think I'd like to do that Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, day stream, I think, we'll probably do, what did I say? We're going to do Street Fighter? And then I think like Wednesday night, we'll do like a Stardew Valley chill stream. And that'll be the week. Okay? Now I realize there's no Nintendo World Championships in there. That's fine. We're in no rush
about Rambo. That's sad.
To play that. Maybe we'll do that as the day stream on like Friday. And then Friday night is Friday Night Fights, more Street Fighter, and we'll go from there. Okay? So I know that's a different schedule. It's weird. I wanted to put out this video to not only give an update on my health, but to let you guys know what's going on with all of that, because I know that's different than what we had talked about.
Next time I get a cold,
might be very confusing. And
I'll make a 12-minute video on it for you guys.
I hope people will watch the video and understand. And also, hey, I want to say thank you and welcome. Over 200 new people subscribed to this channel. Oh my god.
You still think the Kino Casino people are going to be
from what I'm to understand, they came over from that Kino Casino channel over on Kick. And welcome, and I'm sorry that your first experience of me on this channel was me getting sick during...
I have bad news, Phil. That's a show where they talk about locales. The people there aren't going to be coming here for your chill and fun content.
During a marathon and having to cancel it and then not being here the next day. A lot of people probably subscribed and they were like, oh, this guy...
Even if they do show him.
I'm really not.
They're still there to watch locales.
But this is a rare...
Even if they come in with true and honest intentions, they're...
where I would get sick and end up having to miss work. So...
they're realizing sooner or later.
We'll have a podcast in the morning, and then we're going to jump over to my other channels. DSP Reacts is one of them, and DSP Throwback is the other.
If they're going to play Tekken, that's going to be fun.
Clips from all over the internet, or reacting to my old content from many years ago. That's very funny. You might want to go subscribe to those channels as well, so you can talk during those streams on Monday. Okay. Otherwise, I'll be back here in full capacity on Tuesday.
Thing has to be a LARP.
Streams. Okay, guys, so I gotta get
out
of here.
I can see how sick he is. I'm sorry.
I'm done with all the YouTube side stuff. Now I gotta sit there and pay bills and stuff. It's like, oh, I definitely have a fever. I'm like tired. Oh my god, I just want to get out of here and lay down. But
You reminded them if they want to send a message, they can't bypass the 8-hour sub timer by sending a super chat message. Yeah, I mean, you can type a message. I know usually it's free, but if you send $10,
gotta get stuff done. And tomorrow I'll be back full time. And again, thank you for
Carl says the casino always called him a king and placed him sarcastically. That's the whole bit. That's pretty funny.
Thank you for.
Oh, if they are LARPing, that's very funny.
Not going crazy yesterday when I had to leave early because a lot of people get upset when I can't be here when I promise I am. And I'm doing my best today to recuperate and get better for you tomorrow. All right, everyone, please have a good night. See you Monday morning for the podcast, and then see you all day Monday for React content on my various channels. Peace out.
Oops. What the hell? Zombie Land? I don't even know what movie that is. Let's see. The Digital Summer Party. Let's see the restream from the pre-stream from today. The internet versus pre-stream podcast versus the internet. Was today DSP versus the internet? Kurt Cobain, I have no idea what you're talking about, and if you mention that name again, you're gonna have to leave here. Oh, right. Yeah, I was thinking he does it on Wednesday or Sundays, right? But that makes sense. He goes live so long before he starts talking. I didn't buy it yet for Retrospective because I have a couple other games I need to buy first. I haven't really brought that many this year, but I will buy it.
Good
obviously.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. And I don't know how I look, but I know how I feel. I don't feel very good.
No, we're going to finish Yoshi's Island live on stream.
But I'm toughing through today after having yesterday off from streaming.
A 2-year playthrough. It's going to be epic,
really
dude.
Sacrifice too many days
around the last world now.
This week. So I was like, well, I'm going to come back. I'm going to tough through it. I hope that you guys understand with me not feeling so well. I'll give you a full update on what's going on with the symptoms and everything in a second. Oh, man. But I'm here for a React Day on my various channels. We'll be jumping between them over the course of the day. Today is Monday, the 29th of July, 2024. Man. I just feel like shit, you know? You feel like you're disgusted. You're like, I don't feel good. That's how I am right now. So to give everyone a quick update here on what's going on with me, caught the same cold my wife has had for a week, and it was really bad when she had it, and she's just coming out of it now. So she's back to work. And then I got it on Saturday during my marathon. My digital summer party, which you guys had wanted me to do a marathon for a couple of months now. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do a marathon. Why not? Let's just do a variety of things. Let's just do like a bunch of games and maybe a tier maker. We'll have some food, some booze. And then as I'm about to start it, my throat is like extremely sore. Like,
yeah, don't worry, Ringo 2 is coming.
And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to do a marathon when my throat is this bad.
How can you do a marathon when his throat is this bad?
So I started it, and I would say the first half went pretty well. A lot likely because you guys were being so supportive during that marathon on Saturday that I was taking shots. I told you guys I would take a shot for every $50 raised. So, when you're 3-4 shots in, you're getting numb. And so I'm not feeling the pain in my throat. And I just keep pushing through. I would say it was about the time when I ate really bad food. Which was around like 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And by the way, I have no idea if you can hear it, but I have to keep snorting and swallowing. It's really disgusting. I'm sorry about that.
I've been told there's an extra wet stream.
Now, my sinuses are completely in overload, dripping down the back of my throat into my throat, and now I have to like snort and clear my throat. It's really disgusting, and I'm sorry. We do have filters now on this microphone. So
As a Mexican, I have been told that you should be
you may hear it.
you
but
should
it may not
slam
be as
tequila
loud as it
shots when
used
you're
to be.
sick. It's supposed to
So
make you better.
It's not that bad. But I have to do it all day. What can I do? You know,
Wow.
that's the only way I can breathe, or else I'll be here coughing all day.
Yeah, that's just an everyday stream.
So, anyway, about the time that I ate the incredibly dry barbecue food, the famous day,
Dry barbecue food.
I started to feel really like tired and not feeling well. And then we went into
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Nintendo
like this.
World Championships. And when I started playing it, as I was playing it, my throat was getting swollen, like severely more swollen, while I was doing the Nintendo World Championships. I'm like, oh no. So if you notice, again, if you watch back that hour, I stopped talking because I just can't. Like, my throat is so bad. And then I realized there was no way I was going to be able to keep going. How do you keep going on a marathon when you can't talk? So
we had a 12-minute explanation the night before about how bad this cold is and how he can't do anything, and then probably it's like 12 hours later, like 13 hours later, he's giving us another explanation.
I abruptly ended the marathon. I set it up because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to stream yesterday. So I basically changed all the dates of all of my streams till today. And I basically drank a lot of liquid, and I tried to relax for a couple of hours, and I went to bed really early, and I slept for 12 hours straight. I mean, that's how sick and pooped I was. And when I woke up, I was starving. I ate a big sandwich. My wife and I ordered sandwiches because we didn't really have anything in the house for like good food, because you know we plan out our meals and everything. And this week I was just gonna have like bagels for breakfast. Like, dude, a bagel is not gonna cut it when you're sick. You need protein, you need vitamins. So I ordered these big sandwiches, meat and veggie sandwiches.
The fuck is this?
He
has a cold.
Felt a lot better after I ate that. Went right back to sleep again. Actually,
a bagel won't heal it properly.
And then for the rest of the day, I just spent time with my wife. I basically we did a bunch of things in the house that needed to be done that weren't done because my wife had been sick all week. So I helped her out with a bunch of that. And then basically I had to do a lot of stuff in the office to prepare for today. Like, I had to do the playlists for today's React show and get that set up. I had to do things with the schedule, pay bills, etc.
Pay
busy
bills.
work shit, but it took a couple of hours. And then basically I went to sleep again early last night, and I slept
Those
around
up in the
8-9
bills that
hours
cause
last
you
night.
take a couple of hours. That takes a long time.
So
You
here's
gotta
the good
log
news.
in and then hit
The
the
good news
hit the
is
pay button.
I don't have a sore throat anymore. It's actually completely gone. The bad news is this insane amount of yuck pouring down the back of my throat because I have postnasal drip, so it just never stops. It's just constant going down the back of my throat, into my throat.
You notice that? Every single time. Whenever he's talking about how bad it is, that's when he starts coughing or like
Never stops. It's just constant.
oh my
down the back of
god.
my throat, into my throat. And my throat is just being tickled constantly. And there's not much I could do about that. Like, medicine isn't really going to help. It's not like I have head congestion. I don't need to stop the congestion. I just need to stop with the over phlegm, and it won't.
Yeah, Linda's trying to send
so
up
I just
school.
have to tough through it. It's probably going to be a few days, honestly, before it, like, dries out.
Arma, he needed
So I just have to tough through it. Of
protein
course,
and nutrients
now,
that a bagel
this is the time
wasn't going to give
when
him.
I just happen to get a new webcam. That's a full 60 frames per second.
Like, drone is being
real
tickled
1080p
constantly.
video. The most definition and quality I've ever had on my streams, and now I'm sick, so you get to see me looking like a bum, coughing, being disgusting, in great quality. I'm glad this is all that you've ever wanted, right? And so, FYI, I'm going to have tissues all day. I'm going to have to keep blowing my nose. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I just muted the recording. I'm going to blow my nose.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to have to... Yuck.
Could a good edit make it look like he's sucking his own dick? Maybe.
Yeah, so
Hey,
I'm going to have to
Rajeezy.
do that from time to time.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm here.
I'll see if I can split the recording when I do it. But it's pretty gross, and there's nothing that could really happen. I have to tough through it, okay? But I'll do my best. Now, today we're not doing any gameplay. Today it's all reacting. So at least I get to watch some stuff, and then I got to react to it. I don't know how much better or worse that would be than if I was doing gameplay today, honestly.
Thank you, Edtone. I'm glad to have you here in the chat.
But I do promise you, I will do my absolute best to remain entertaining and try to put out some kind of entertaining content for you. Yes, the webcam is now 60 frames. Look, if you're watching 720p or higher quality, you're seeing 60 frames per second on this camera. See the difference in movement?
Whoa.
Very different. And very
now when he
clear.
waves his hand, there's
look at
double
now,
the
it
amount of frames.
autofocuses.
That's amazing.
When I get things close to the camera, it autofocuses. See that? And it's all super high definition now. Like massive detail. It used to be all blurry, and now it's like super detailed.
It's like when Kobe tore his Achilles
awesome.
and then finished his free throws.
Remember, half the colors didn't used to show up. Now you actually get all the colors.
Wow.
Showing up on
half
here,
the colors didn't show up. Is that?
Like the
I don't think
backgrounds
that's
are the
true.
best change because you can see all the different colors of the background. Like right now I'm orange. It didn't used to look orange. It looked like peach or something, right? But now it actually looks orange. So
wow. Okay.
Show my fat thumbs. Here you go. Here's my fat thumbs. They're pretty much twice as wide as
the
most people's.
Slovano thumb, whatever it was
Solvano
called.
thumb.
Yeah, there we go.
The Solvano
The
family thumb.
Slovano
I'm from
thumb.
Italy. Anyway. So yeah, so I'm back. And let's talk a little bit about the stuff I did during the marathon, because this is going to result in more content, which is good. And then we'll talk about what we're doing
that's
today,
why he sucks at games,
forward.
because of his
Schedule
Slovano
changed.
thumb.
I'm actually here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, which originally it was just going to be today and tomorrow, but now my schedule extended because my wife's work schedule changed, so we'll talk a little bit about that today. And then after that, I'll be honest, don't really have much to go on. I was looking for game news. I was like, the only real game news today is that the Xbox 360 digital store has shut down. You can no longer buy games digitally on an Xbox 360 console.
Now, we all know
Not
that
many people use Xbox 360s
Italians
at this point anyway.
notoriously have huge
But it's kind of the end of an era.
We all know that
When the
stereotype.
Xbox 360 launched, that's really where the first digital marketplaces started to be prominent on console. And, things have changed so much in the last, 25 years or whatever, since the console. Actually, it's less than 25. Didn't it launch in 2006? So 18 years. Things have changed a hell of a lot in 18 years, right?
Yeah, this does suck.
So, yeah, say goodbye to Xbox 360 store. You can still play most of those games on future Xbox consoles, like the Xbox One or the Xbox Series S and X. Some are lost to time. Some of the digital games in the marketplace are gone for good.
That's been my guess,
that's sad, I guess, but things change, right? So there you have it.
Maybe his dad's the one that's supposed to be
erased, just like
Italian, right? Or is
then
it his
again,
mom?
you realize they're not going to keep that stuff going endlessly, right? Like, for posterity and stuff. I get that people want to preserve games, and for the most part, most of the games on Xbox 360 are playable on the future consoles. But there's no way
my DSP
they're going to keep every digital game.
It's his dad's maiden name. Okay.
Forever. The shame is really the games like PC games that have that DRM shit in it and stuff, and then you can't access the DRM anymore, and therefore you can't ever play them again. That's the worst. That's really the worst, because they just don't care about having their games played after that initial launch window, right?
Everybody's getting mad at me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyway, all right. So during the marathon Saturday, what did we do? Well, after a very extended podcast, and the reason it was extended is because we had new viewers come in from Kino Casino. This is a stream over on Kick. Is it Kick.com? I don't even know. I just call it Kick. And these guys,
great,
essentially are
equal
opportunity razzers, meaning they kind of make fun of everyone on the internet. They made fun of me a lot. I've seen some of the stuff where they make fun of me. Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's a locale show.
So does everybody else. But they do it to everyone. And I just so happened to drop into one of their streams the other night when they were actually talking about me. I was going to eat the Feastables. Remember from back in like January, I ate Feastables, Mr. Beast's candy or whatever. So it was pretty cool. I dropped in, we chatted a little bit,
razzers.
And they were very nice. They were basically like, hey, our viewers should drop by your stream tomorrow. I was like, hey, everyone's welcome, but they got to subscribe now or else they won't be able to talk. So a few of them came by, they subscribed, and they were very nice. Like, they were a very good audience. They came by, they were very respectful, into long-term, I will say.
Long-term fans.
It wasn't like they came into the stream and tried to derail it in any negative way. In fact, they were very nice. the whole time. And I was surprised because, you know, there's other people who come in here and they tried to take over the stream or derail it, and they weren't trollish at all. I was like, wow, they seemed like a good crowd.
Yeah,
And I'll be honest, they were pretty supportive as well, which I wasn't expecting.
What do you mean by that?
Come by and say hi.
What do you
but
mean
a lot of them
supportive?
came by and hung out for the marathon and were very supportive of it, and I appreciate that.
Supportive
that was
of
very nice
what?
of you. So the podcast went extra
A
long.
thumbs up video? Or
And then after that, we jumped into
what do you
the
mean by there,
Marvel
good crowd?
Rivals closed beta, which I was very lucky to get into because someone sent me a code last minute on PS5. And we played it for about, I don't know,
Hey, Jimbo.
an hour and a half, 2 hours. I can't remember exactly how long. But basically, no exaggeration, Marvel Rivals is Overwatch. Like, it's the original Overwatch from 2006. It feels exactly like the same game, only with some retooling and rebalancing. So, for example, one character will have an element of Soldier 76, but also an element of Bastion. It's kind of like slapped together, but they say, oh, that's the Punisher. You're like, oh,
He did a
okay.
whole weird
You know,
segment
that's
about
how it is. Like,
Derek
they took
for the benefit of the
different
new
characters and
viewers.
smashed them together in like a sandwich and said,
Did
oh, now it's a Marvel
I
character.
miss
But
that?
outside of that, like, all the gameplay feels almost exactly the same kind of
Is there a
objectives.
clip of it? DSP.
Very similar maps. It's just really, you could tell that's what they're going for. They're going to recapture the spirit of the original game that was lost many, many years into its development. And a lot of the people who like Overwatch have complained over the last few years that basically Overwatch 2 sucks, right? So, I actually liked it, but, you know, we weren't going to play it all
Saturday's
day.
stream.
So I said, you know, maybe we'll play it again later in the week, and I think we will.
Yeah, I don't think
we'll actually
Overwatch
play
was
it
out in
again
2006,
coming
was it?
up in the next couple of days. Give it another
Hey,
shot and
Pac-Man
try
was
more
back.
characters. That beta is running till the 5th of August, so I have opportunity to play it a couple more times before it shuts down, and I think I would like to do that. Okay? Okay. Well, that was the first thing we did. Then we jumped into Street Fighter 6, and at this point, I was no exaggeration, like 5 or more shots in on my stream. So I was like super buzzed and playing with
Super
Zangief.
buzzed.
The sad fact is,
So wait, 6
last
shots
year,
over 6 hours for
when I would play
an
Street Fighter
alcoholic
6,
of this
and on
stature.
a stream like this, where I'm drinking and I'm having fun, I would be able to jump into casual play in Street Fighter 6, and I would face a wide variety of opponents of all skill levels, all different characters, and it would be fun because I'm buzzed, but I try to win. Now, I did exactly the same thing, and just go ahead and watch. 99% of the players are master level players, and half of them were camis. So the best character in the game,
Yeah, you're just
arguably,
drinking and having fun.
flow charting at master level, but I wanted casual play. Why are you forcing me to do the sweats when I'm fucking drunk for my marathon? And I've been saying this, that I think Capcom really screwed up casual play in Street Fighter 6 by making it balanced this way. I think they fucked it up. It's supposed to be not serious gameplay where you can just practice, not the fucking sweats. So I think they need to fix it.
DSP usually
I don't
gets
think they
sweats
will,
when he
because
doesn't
no one
drink
listens
for a
to
day.
me. But it is what it is. I tried to play.
Yeah, why
I
didn't
won about
Capcom
50%
know
of
he's
the time.
drunk?
I think the ratio was like 13 wins, 15 losses. But if you look at the losses, it's every cami. It's literally half the matches were camis, and they're just flowcharting. Like, dude, I'm Zangief. What exactly do you expect me to do against the flowcharting cami when I'm drunk? I'm not gonna break throws, right?
I don't think they. Yeah, they. I guess they needed drunk mode, or Phil.
And then, we went to the food video. And if you didn't see it yet, you can watch it, Feasting with Phil, over on DSP Reacts.
Thank
It's
you,
a
Black
riot
Mage.
because number one,
No, it's a terminal
me
head cold
eating,
creep. I have been
right?
praying for him since the day he got sick, and since the
just
day
looks
Cat got
bizarre. Everyone admits this, that when I eat, apparently I look weird. I don't know, because I don't see myself eat, ever. I've literally never seen myself eat. I can't watch myself. It's not possible. I can't remove my eyeballs and put them over there.
sick. He's been hearing the. He's been seeing the screenshots.
So, yeah, so I don't know how I look.
Well, you know what?
but
Maybe somebody
I
should send
ate
him
this famous
the
Dave's barbecue
screenshots.
feast that my wife and I ordered. It was atrociously bad. Every meat was dry. Every single piece of meat was dry. The best part was the fried chicken, but the fried chicken had so many bones in it that only half the chicken had breading I could eat. The other half was only on the bones. I'm not gonna eat the
When
bones.
he was eating, my entire Twitter,
the sides were deep.
my entire Twitter timeline was filled with like 10 different screenshots. Like the entire his entire thing, every like minute, somebody got a really good screenshot. You can just look that up.
And the fries were okay, but for the most part, it was a complete and utter waste of money. It was just I was eating. I was like, dude, it's supposed to be mouth-watering, luscious barbecue food, and you start to eat the chicken. You're like, dude, it's so fucking dry, right? It's like so dry. I can't eat this. Now, I guess if I had slathered it in the barbecue sauce packets they give you, it would have been better. But that's not the point. You're supposed to be eating good meat, not dry ass meat.
Put fucking barbecue sauce on it, dude.
Soak to make it edible. So,
put it
yeah,
on.
I was pretty sad.
It'll be okay.
I spent that much money on a feast that was pretty bad, and we ended up throwing out.
So you spent probably $100 because I think it was $75. But then with DoorDash, well, who knows if he tips or not? It's probably like $100 meal on principle because of the fact that he shouldn't have to put barbecue sauce on it. He wasn't gonna go downstairs and get barbecue sauce when he could have just gotten barbecue sauce and then it would have been better. Okay, it was still even without him. It's still probably like with the DoorDash fees, probably like
all the
90
leftovers because it was disgusting. It was so dry. So you can see that video if you want over on DSP React. And then, like I said, I did 1 hour of Nintendo World Championships, and that was it. I was done. I couldn't go any further. So what I would say is, out of what we did, definitely I want to do Marvel Rivals again. I felt like that was very fun, and I want to try it maybe tomorrow night. I think I have it set up as the late stream for variety, and probably we'll try to squeeze it in one more time before it shuts down, so that way we can get a taste of the different characters or whatever. Plus, I won't be buzzed this time. I'll be able to focus on it a little more.
Sorry, probably.
And have an actual crowd here on the stream who are here just to see it. So that's
a totally real call.
Yeah, and again, I want to say thank you to everyone who was here for it. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I couldn't be here for the whole event.
Yeah, where's the tier maker?
You know, that's life. You get sick and you got to deal with it. So thanks.
What was he supposed to do the tier maker of? I just know there was a tier maker segment that was coming up. Thank you, Black Mage, for the $5 super chat. Famous Dave's is crap, but the gimmick is there's sauce all over the food. Feed the entire point. Well, here's the thing, Black Mage. You have to put the sauce on and make it edible. I think you missed that. Thank you for the super chat, even though you're completely wrong.
Thanks to those who did.
Oh, yeah, it was the worst games of every year. Ah, that would have been pretty fun. And by fun, I mean frustrating and horrible to watch.
Attend and support in a big way. That was very nice of you. So, now yesterday, this.
Yeah, also, if he would have had to go downstairs to get the sauce, and then come back upstairs. It's a lot of extra work.
This is what sucks. Big supportive stream on Saturday, right? People coming who had never seen my stuff before, they enjoyed it, they supported. My regulars were here, they supported. And then I immediately miss a day of work. Right? So it evens out. You know, it's like I had a really great day. That's excellent. Then I miss an entire day of income, and it screws me over because now it's as if I was just having a normal week. And I'm like, damn it. So at least it's as if I'm having a normal week, and I hope that we come back strong today and have a normal.
What if he didn't take his day off on Thursday and then took his off day next week again?
Day, but you know that's how it is.
I mean, he makes his own schedule, so he can do that if he wants.
It's money lost, right? And there's nothing I can do about that, you know. But there was nothing that I could do about yesterday. I wouldn't have been able to stream. There's no way. So, it is what it is. Today, hopefully, we have a good day.
Sorry, guys, you're right.
Streams if you enjoy them.
It's
only
not
if you enjoy them. If you don't like the streams, don't support them. But if you like my streams, I hope you'll support them in some way, whether it's a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership to the community, or a tip. All are greatly appreciated. I always try to hit $50 in tips every stream that I run.
That happens a lot, Carl, and it happens because the people come. He's saying, okay, we're having a marathon. It's going to be a big marathon, and we're going to have, like, these crazy goals. So people throw money at him, but then he only has, like, 10 people at max that actually give him money. So they threw money at him. Well, now what are they supposed to do? They don't have any money until they get paid again.
My goal. Now, today's a little weird because I do a podcast here on DSP Gaming, but then we actually collectively roll over to my DSP Reacts channel to watch my weekly React show, where I watch a bunch of clips from all over the internet. So, if you're one of the newcomers, it'd be great if you could follow us over there. you'll see a link at the end of this stream. It'll pop up, say, hey, click here to head over there. I just hope that you've subscribed. If you haven't, yeah, it's the same sub mode that we have here, because we get the same amount of trolls over there. So hopefully you guys will be able to go over there and hang out with us. And the way I do it is anything that's raised on this podcast also counts towards that stream. Like, I carry it over for my goals and stuff. So if I raise like $20 here and then we go do the show over there,
Didn't Bill do this whole thing when he had a viral tweet? What was the viral tweet on? Was it dunking on Pro Jared? And then he did this whole thing where he acted like there were 1,000 new fans here and he was explaining everything.
Start at $20 over there, so that
What
way
was the tweet?
everyone gets credit. Also, FYI, I shout out contributions in the final segment of my stream, because already we got
It was
a
the
few
Pro
contributions
Jared.
here, and I
Oh,
appreciate
and
that, and I'm going to
the
shout them out, I
Oscars?
promise you. But I try to get through all my important topics first, so that way I don't get off track and
There were a
forget to talk
couple
about
of them,
something.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Pro Jared one.
So now, schedule-wise, what are we doing? Because now the schedule's all thrown off. Let me tell you.
Pro Jared made
Okay,
fun
hold
of
on,
her
because I gotta blow
jacking
my
up.
nose again. Ugh.
Thing Captain Legoman. I do remember. Yeah, I do remember the Oscars one and the Pro Jared one. I'm probably mixing them together, 'cause I definitely remember there being multiple. Isn't that crazy how he's muting himself? He always said that he couldn't mute himself when he did this. It was impossible for him to mute himself.
I know you can see it.
Yeah.
I know you can see the
This
nose blow. If
Brock
it's too
could have
disgusting,
died.
I could just do this. Let me know if it's too disgusting and you want me to switch it off screen. It's your call.
And then he just
Ugh. Want me to switch it off screen. It's your call.
if it's too disgusting, just let me know. I can switch it off. I could switch it off screen. It's your call, and then just fucking snorts right into the mic.
Ugh. Okay. 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 So schedule-wise, what are we up to? Today, it's my React Day. Normally my React Day would be Sunday, but I wasn't here yesterday. All right, so I'm back today with my reacting. So after this podcast ends, we're heading over to DSP React for 3 hours of me reacting to clips as submitted by the channel members. It's actually people who have become members on the DSP Reacts channel that send in these clips every week. And
The way
sort
he
them out.
talks
It's
when he
ultra
thinks he
members
has
over
new
there.
people
We
watching
actually
is so
guaranteed to
fucking
watch a
funny.
clip they submit once a week, so that's 4 clips in a month for being an ultra member. And then we have people called submissions tier
Especially when
members.
you know this
Those
dude
go
sucks
into a randomized
already.
playlist,
Just
which
imagine
kind of
some
shuffle and watch them
random
in any
person
random order. And
wandering
sometimes I
in
pick
here and
around there to see the videos that I want to watch.
don't
the
know
most.
everything about Bill.
So that's our first stream over there. All right, then on the late stream, we're jumping to my DSP throwback channel for Retro React. This is an event where I live stream a reaction to an old playthrough of mine from way back in the day.
Yeah, I came in for
before
about
I
10
used the
minutes.
Ret Capture.
It's the
Before
worst thing
I
I've
did
ever
live
seen.
streaming. Before I had all the proper quality and everything that we do today. It was a different time, like having a camera pointed at the TV and just having a few friends over playing games, you know, just dicking around. It wasn't all super serious and professional. So tonight, we will be doing
Yeah, he's
that.
not selling this very well.
6:45 p.m. Pacific time. And get this, we are reacting to my playthrough of Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Olympics. So this is a cool playthrough because it's me, my friend John, and Joe from like 12 or 13 years ago, okay? And we're doing this triple co-op, all playing against each other, trying to win the events and stuff. And it's super fun because it's a party game, but also how pertinent
Oh,
is
look.
it,
Oh, I want to see the cat jump up there.
okay? And we're doing
Oh,
this triple
woo.
co-op, all playing against each other, trying
Look at
to
that cat go. Captain Legoman sent me one of the original ones. One of the ones I was thinking of. Pro Jared, I took a wrong turn in the internet and ended up reading DSP Hilarity. Haha, whoops. DSP took a day off from the entire internet, but Pro Jared Hilarity was at the top of everyone's Twitter feed. Haha, whoops. This didn't go as viral as I remember it going. Less than 1,000 retweets, 5,000 likes. That's pretty good, but definitely not nearly as much as I remembered. He thought that there was going to be just a massive swell of new fans coming in. I don't think that happened.
To win the events and stuff. And it's super fun because
He
it's a
loved
party
that
game.
tweet.
But also,
That
how
tweet.
pertinent is it? Because the real Olympics are going on right now. So we'll be able to, be doing Olympic stuff while the real life Olympics are going down. It's pretty neat. So if you're interested in that, go to the DSP Throwback channel and subscribe, so you'll be able to talk during that stream tonight. Now, normally they're set up for 24-hour sub mode. I may reduce that if we have enough people in there who are maybe, I'm joining for the first time and I want to talk and they didn't subscribe yet. I suppose I could try to reduce it. We'll see. But again,
search one Dick Trucking Fail blogs. The voucher was about Netflix. Like, yeah, there are definitely like multiple ones where he thought he was having some kind of redemption arc, and obviously they've never worked.
I recommend that you subscribe to the channels if you're interested in that content. I do it once a week.
Yeah, and the tweet wasn't even that bad, right?
On both channels. Usually it's
the
Sunday.
Pro Jared one.
But of course this week it has to be Monday. Okay? All right.
He didn't tell DSP.
All right,
like
so that's today. Now tomorrow, Tuesday, we get back to gameplay. All right, so tomorrow on the daytime stream after my podcast, it's going to be the conclusion of Fallout 4. We're finally finishing this playthrough. It's like 60 hours long, and it's about time to wrap it up so we can move on to other stuff. I mean, the playthrough's already outstayed its welcome. It would have been nice if we could have finished it months ago, but it didn't happen that way. So we will wrap it up tomorrow. And tomorrow night on the late stream, it'll be Marvel Rivals Beta. And we'll give it an actual official 2+ hour night stream.
Yeah, so many years later, too.
Where we'll focus in on other characters and how the game plays and the like, and see how we like it, okay? And then Wednesday, which will be my final consecutive streaming day of the week, Thursday will be my day off this week. The day stream will play some Street Fighter 6 online. What character? I don't know yet. Maybe we'll go back to Bison the first time. It's Jasper in 60 frames per second for the first time, everybody. 60 frames.
Look at that. Jasper is saying, I fucking hate it here. Someone help me. Look at that face.
Kitty.
Look at that face. That's the face of a cat who wants to run away. Find a nice house without Phil there.
Yeah, so maybe we'll go back. Maybe we'll go back to Bison. Maybe we'll play another character. I don't know. I'm not really feeling Lily right
5
now.
years later.
Or Geef, so maybe we'll go back to Dalsim again. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it, okay? And then Wednesday night, we're going to do Stardew Valley Chill.
Midnight has a sister.
We play Stardew Valley and we relax. We have a lot of interaction and conversation. Now, later in the week, we'll do more Nintendo World Championships and more Street Fighter. And yes, I think that we probably will bring back SVC Chaos at some point as like a random night stream as well. But we got to get back into the swing of things now. And now my schedule's all screwed up because I was sick.
Gotta get back in the swing of things. Dude,
sorry.
Dude, look at this.
Night stream as well. But we got to get back into the swing of things now. And now my schedule's all screwed up because I was sick. All screwed up because I was sick.
It's screwed up because I'm sick.
Sorry, everybody. So yeah, definitely we'll have some good variety. Once Fallout's wrapped up, and by the way, Marvel Rivals, we can only play for a couple more times till the beta ends. Then things will
God, he's so
get
sick.
more solid. I got Jasper hair in my mouth. Things will get more solid next week, more solidified in the schedule, okay?
I'm trying to,
right.
Capital.
So,
Stardew's gonna be great.
all right. That's really it. Like I was thinking, like, do I have
Q&A
anything else
time?
to talk about? Like I said, I really don't have any game news to talk about today.
So there's nothing to talk about, but this still goes on for 40 minutes.
Because there's not much going on besides the Xbox Store shutting down. And quite frankly, I didn't have much time to look at. I was trying to find news. I was like, oh, too exhausted from being sick. Sucks. All right. Let's do some shout outs. We start off today with Game Boy 84. 2 months as a member, and he says, hey, Phil, how's it hanging? Hope you and Kat are better. Well, Kat is almost better. She has like some lingering residual symptoms. She's had this for a whole week. So for her, it's not so bad. Like I said, she went back to work today.
Uh,
But as for me, not so much. As you can hear, I sound terrible, right? And then Nev did a $10 super chat. It is our first super chat of the day. Thank you to Nev for the support. I appreciate that, Nev.
thank you, Nev.
Oh, excuse me.
They're just gonna do 50 minutes of Q&A.
Okay. As for tips, we start off today with a $10 tip. Oh, let's see here. From Bobby B. He says, do what you have to do. We're grateful you're still here working despite being sick. You're a true professional.
We
Phil.
definitely
Thank
lost
you.
cat privilege.
Again, I very rarely miss any streaming time. I'm here 6 days a week, incredibly
You're so supportive
consistently.
when she was on stream.
People know me for that level of dependency, and it sucks
It
when I get
still
sick.
kills me that he has to do this thing where it just shows he has to manually click the animations, and then it just says a supporter. You don't even get your name up there or anything now.
Last time I got sick like this, I had COVID back in October.
You maybe had COVID back in October.
And it stinks. I really don't like missing time, you know. I want to be here consistent for you guys.
Possibly.
So thank you to Bobby for the first tip of the day. And I received a $1.30 tip. And it's a troll, so I'm just going to ignore it.
That was amazing when trolls figured out how to make it say anything on there.
Super chat, and he says, I binged your Stardew Valley gameplay over the weekend. It's great stuff. I can't wait to watch it live. Cool.
Like saying Liana wants BBC tip $5. They didn't even send any money. That's so funny.
There you go. Thank you, Ben. Okay. All right. That's what I got to shout out so far. So thanks to those who've contributed. At this point, like I said, 40... I really don't have much today.
Yeah, we got 40 minutes of Q&A. Awesome.
Want to talk about in the chat. If it comes to it, maybe we want to do some suggestion box or something. I guess we could do that. Ugh.
He's coughing to make sure you know he's sick.
It really stinks.
So you can send him more money.
Okay. Oh, what do you guys want to talk about today? What are the hot topics?
Can we go cats on 600 pound life? She is heading that way for
Nothing?
Sure.
Nothing. We really have nothing to talk about, huh?
Dude, it's so fucking annoying, dude. You're the one that's a streamer. Why don't you just play the damn game? Nobody has anything to talk about. Because you do this every single day. You have a pre-stream, and then you want people to have conversations for an hour with you. Why don't you just get to the goddamn game? Or wait, there is no game. Why don't you get to the goddamn reacting? The videos.
Do I take multivitamins? No, not anymore.
Great. And then this is what we gotta listen to. This is what we gotta listen to. If somebody finally says something, we gotta listen to an hour of people asking if Phil takes multivitamins. That's amazing. This is a great stream.
And then when I actually researched it, I found out that when you take multivitamins, the vast majority of what you take is never absorbed. That you basically just pass it right through.
Great.
That vitamins and minerals should
Retro.
be taken in food and drink, because that's the way that the human body actually, absorbs it best. You can take multivitamins.
And when I started watching DSP again, I couldn't believe how long the pre-streaming got, because it had been pretty long for a while. It had been inching up and up for a while, because obviously he hates playing games and he wants to get out playing games. But in this case, he's not even playing games. He's literally watching. He's watching videos.
You will get some of that absorbed, but most of it is a waste of time. So I stopped taking them. What is Jasper's favorite toy and way to play? He loves the most simple things you could possibly think of. So basically, a little twist tie you would use to tie a bag together to close the end. That's his favorite toy. Go to a grocery store, you unbag a bread, you toss it, and he'll just play with it for an hour. He'll knock it all around the house. He loves it.
I
And then on that one, he
can do
loses.
that.
It goes under a table. It goes under a door, and that's the end of that.
Some early
Oh, man.
restreams, daytime restreams.
Yeah, I have seen. There's a special PS5 Astrobot controller. I'm not sure if it has any special features. It looks nice.
Oh,
but I
it
don't
looks
know if
sick though.
$80.
I'll
What's up, X Shooter? How
spend
are you
$80
today?
on that. Yeah, someone, Sav says someone on Twitter pointed out that on the current schedule, only 6 of the 15 slots in it were gaming, and the rest aren't. Yep, I did see that as well, and I just wonder how long till he actually just quits gaming, because obviously he doesn't like it anymore.
Stewart says he's watching my old Witcher 3 playthrough. He's up to part 17 and enjoying it. Good stuff. I'm glad you're liking it.
Kilo, that's because we'd all rather watch
games,
your
Joel.
friend's
Today's
dog
React Day.
than Phil.
Oh.
Hey, Stokes.
I already talked about the 360 marketplace shutting down 672. Just rewind.
Great.
Thoughts on Fallout London? I can't have thoughts because I can't play it because it's PC only. I don't have access to playing PC games. That would never run on my mini PC. So I can't play it, so I can't comment on it. Any opinions on the weird Olympics opening ceremony? Well, I didn't see it. I've been sick. I haven't been paying attention to this stuff. You know, I had a marathon. I'm not paying any attention.
All right,
but
here
there's a big uproar on the internet about it.
Kilo's friend's dog. Who gets more views than DSP.
Come
Let's go. Let's go. You can open the door. Let's fucking go. Everyone give it a like.
Come on.
For engagement purposes.
It. Because essentially what they did is, first of all, they absolutely parodied The Last Supper. They did. They absolutely did. They could claim like they didn't, but they did.
Yeah, much smarter than Phil.
And whenever you do a parody of anything that's religious, you're going to get shit for it. I think that's what they wanted. The guy who did the opening ceremony is this artistic guy in France who's known for controversial stuff. So I think he absolutely, positively was going for it. He wanted the controversy, okay? Now, the rest of it had all references to things like Greek gods, like Dionysus and stuff like that. And some people got it and some people didn't. A lot of people just immediately thought, oh, it's satanic. It's like, I don't know if it's
Phil's
satanic.
Roman Catholic,
Marie
so
Antoinette was there with her head off, but that's part of
he doesn't want this.
French history. So I think they were basically trying to be very artistic and pushing boundaries. And some people would like that, and some people would hate that. And that's pretty much, I think, exactly what they were going for. Because look how many people talked about it
That
over the
shirt's so
weekend.
stupid.
Whether they liked it, hated it, or somewhere in between.
I retain my opinion that he looked better off just keeping the gamer shirts and stuff. Maybe not some of the ones he had, but if you can find a tasteful gamer shirt, that's way better than what the fuck he's wearing now. He's wearing these stupid, like, button-up shirts, and they look stupid on him. Like, for some reason, I don't know if it's the fit or what, or just because we're not used to it, he looks like he's wearing his dad's clothes or something.
And that's it hit the mark of what it was going.
He looks
for,
like a sex
right?
tourist. Yeah.
What I find funny is that's the talk of the town, not the fact that there's like blatant cheating going on, the fact that the swim team can't even practice because the water is poisonous.
Yeah, the playmat, the
I'm
Detroit
serious.
toy cars.
There's drones
Big great
flying
play
around the Olympics, and they're spying on other teams, and now they're
Yeah,
catching
they look
the
like
drones,
Timu,
and they're like, dude, you can't
like
do
Timu
that.
shirts.
You're fucking
They're all made of
cheating.
paper.
So now all these teams are getting in trouble. I think Canada's team got in trouble already, and other teams are being caught out.
Yeah, where are the Canadians in here?
And
You
then,
guys
like I said,
got caught the
swim team
fuck
can't even
out.
practice. None of the swim teams can practice because the river is poisonous. Like, why did you schedule the Olympics for a country where the river is poisonous and no one can swim? Did you not know there were aquatic events, or are you stupid?
Oh no, France's water isn't good. I
Anyway.
wonder what countries is.
Bloom Kid, that is incorrect. They did
Yeah,
parody The Last Supper.
I also
They
don't
did
think
have
that the river is
Feast of
poisonous.
Dionysus in there too, but that one shot 100% was a parody of The Last Supper. You can literally go frame by frame against them, and you could see they're parodying it. They even posed in the same positions.
Hey,
It was done on purpose. So nice try, but again, the guy was purposefully trying
Paris
to
president,
be controversial. That was the point of it.
The Paris, no, not president. The Paris mayor swam in the river to show you that it's perfect. Everybody loves it.
They started trying to clear the river months ago. Well, you know, I mean, they knew
it wasn't months ago. They've been doing it for like years, I think. Forgotten locale. Blooper, you think the U.S. men's basketball team can win gold? I think there's more of a chance that they win gold than they don't. But I think U.S. basketball is at its end. It's not its end. It's still gonna be the number one, but I think it's at its end of like the dominance, like 1992 style. That's over. That's been over for a while.
The Olympics were going to be there for how long?
And France is going to be
oops,
like the best team in the 2028 Olympics. It's going to be sad. The U.S. team is the Avengers of basketball because everyone on there's like 38.
Brian, I am sick. Can't hear. I am sick.
Team Canada as well. Yeah, Team Canada, Team France. It has a lot to do with youth basketball.
It was edgy content on purpose to get people talking. 100% they knew it would get people talking and cause controversy, and that's why they did it. It's pretty simple to figure out. It's not rocket science here.
I agree with you, yet, Tim. Next year, the top two picks are American, I think, and then third one's supposed to be a French guy again. We got Cooper Flag.
I was not sweaty in my
Ace
daily
Bailey
rap
coming
video.
up. Yes, he was.
The ring light.
What?
No, I was not sweaty in my daily rap video. That was the ring light. Ring light makes all. What is going on, everyone? And possible. So essentially, all I did is I bumped the dates on all of my streams by a day.
I don't buy it.
And I posted up everywhere. Hey guys, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, and I left it at that. I spent a few hours trying to all shirt. No, I was not sweaty in my daily rap video. That was the ring light. Ring light makes all shirts look like there's like a shadow under the arms, and it just so happens I was wearing a t-shirt. That t-shirt I wore a few other times, and you guys said the same thing, and I was like, I'm not sweating. Like, I would lift and touch. I'd be like, look, it's completely dry. Well, of course, everyone has to be stupid and dramatic and be like, look, his armpits are covered in sweat.
Yeah, they definitely weren't covered in sweat.
Even if they were, who cares? Even if I had sweaty armpits yesterday during the daily rap video, it wasn't even a daily rap video, by the way. It was just an update video. But who would care if it was? I was sick. I mean, yeah, I had a fever. Right? Like, it's some big deal. But that's the thing. People.
So I wasn't sweaty.
They make shit up.
But if I were... Star Star's probably fine. He's the summer league really doesn't count. Like any year. Ronnie does suck though.
What's up, Rudo Mastermind? How you doing? Good to have you back. I wonder how you been. I'm feeling like shit. My hair is out of control today. I literally can't control it. I don't know why. Maybe it's there's humidity in the air. I don't know. My hair's going crazy today. See, it's like a bunch of bed of snakes.
See? Look.
It won't stay in any position. No, it's not hot here at all. It's not hot here anymore.
I'll be right back, so I won't be talking, but I can still hear.
Yeah, Thursday the heat wave comes back, and then we're in the 80s for another week. So heat wave returns on Thursday. Ugh. Thank you, Ryudo Mastermind. Get well soon. Yeah, I'm shitty. What's the biggest reason I don't have a PSVR 2? Because it doesn't fit into my content style. I'm an interactive streamer. If I had PSVR 2, I can't interact with you guys. I have a giant fucking uncomfortable headset on. Plus, there's really no games worth playing on. It's too expensive for what it is. Why would I get that? Adam, how you doing? He says, good to see you back. Missed the react stuff yesterday. Oh. All right, hold on one second. All right, I'm going to blow my nose again, but I'll go off camera this time. You guys complained. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Someone says, I look like I've aged drastically in the last week. Well, number one, I'm sick. And number two, I have a new webcam. When you have more definition and 60 frames, it's going to look more realistic.
He acts offended, like,
seeing me.
He acts offended that people didn't want to.
Only 30 frames. So, of course, it's going to look different. But by the way,
blow his nose
about
on
a year
camera.
and a half before that, I had another webcam for the longest time, and that was
exactly,
like
Frankie.
Fuzz.
You did so much.
Right? And everyone said I looked young in that one. It's like, yeah, because I looked like Peach Fuzz. You couldn't see any wrinkles. You couldn't see anything.
What were people saying when I was
I had
gone?
a patchy beard. Now you can actually see I don't. It's just all white. Right? My whole beard is white.
Oh. His whole... Oh, wait. He's not talking about the patchy goatee, is he? Oops. Can't... How do I unmute this?
On my face. People used to say I had a patchy beard. Now you can actually see I don't.
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, you brain... You... Wait, what was it? You lame brain piece of dumb fucking shit.
It's just all white. Right? My whole beard is white.
Oh.
You couldn't see anything on my face. People used to say I had a patchy beard. Now you can actually see I don't. It's just all white. Right?
What are you talking about? It's not all white. We have 4K pictures of this dude. Where you can clearly see his goatee is patchy as fuck. Oh man, I wish I could zoom in a little bit more. No, that's not where I want to zoom in. You know what? Now that we have him in 1080p, we can actually tell way more.
People, it's like, yeah, because I looked like Peach Fuzz. You couldn't see any wrinkles. You couldn't see anything on my face. People used to say I had a patchy beard. Now you can actually see I don't.
God, dude.
It's just all white.
I fucking
my whole
hate
beard
this
is
guy.
White. Oh.
His goatee is not patching. Not patchy.
Thoughts on Robert Downey
Yeah, it
Jr.
looks
back
way
as
worse
Dr.
now.
Doom? I don't know what thoughts you would like me to have. We haven't seen him as Dr. Doom yet. So how can you have thoughts? Right? We don't know how it's going to be implemented. We don't know what the plot is. We don't know how he's going to act the character. People are so desperate to gossip about shit early, and it adds nothing. Really, it adds absolutely nothing.
Yeah, grow it out and improve
I just
it.
don't see the point of me commenting on it. There's nothing to talk about. Right? Do you like Robert Downey Jr. as an actor? Yes or no? I do. Is it good to hear he's getting more work? Sure. So what do you think about him as Dr. Doom? You literally can't think anything. You don't know what it is yet. You can't have an intelligent thought in your head yet.
Thank you, Black Mage, for the super chat. Loco Boomer copes and sneaks as hard as he can. That's the entirety of the Level 1 podcast. And it's been that way since it wasn't even called the Level 1 podcast. You guys remember why this is called the Level 1 podcast? This is called the Level 1 podcast because his pre-streams were going on for an hour, 2 hours. And people are talking that it has to shorten the pre-stream because it's not really a pre-stream. Eventually, he decided the gotcha would be he was going to call it a podcast. So since he calls it a podcast, you cannot complain about the fact that it's long. So, yeah, he really got us now. Now we can't complain because it's a podcast.
My take on Marvel, what's happened is this entire last 5 years of Marvel has
It's level 1 because Keem told him it's level 1, right?
been a disaster for them, and they know that. The only things that have worked were the offshoots, like the Spider-Man series, or now Deadpool and Wolverine. The mainstream MCU stuff they've attempted has failed nonstop because they tried to push it in a completely different direction.
He doesn't care about
after
Keem,
Avengers
obviously,
Endgame,
or
and
drama.
no one wanted that. That's why it flopped.
Yeah,
So
the
because of
pre-streams
that,
used to be
now
like 20
you're
minutes.
going to go right back to where they left. You're going to see with this next Avengers movie, they're going to go back to the old formula. They're bringing back all the heroes again.
Like when he says that you can't laugh at poorly cooking with the king because it says poorly in the title.
Who have been off of the camera for 5+ years. They're all going to agree. Or they're all going to return, I should say. And it's going to go right back to being that superhero team-up camaraderie.
That definitely
and
would not have happened.
Basically, it's going to be
but
like this last 5 years never happened.
nice to
they're
think
going to
about.
forget like it ever happened. And then they're going to go back to what people had liked before.
It's weird. I can see Bill doing any, or Bill obviously does like anything for money. Well, no, he doesn't do anything for money. He just begs until people give it to him. He's just lucky that a bunch of people do.
No, the head of Disney.
Locale Live is my internet. You guys hear me still, or is it just my thing? I think I'm still live. Yeah, Locale Live is cool. Locale Live is Keemstar made a podcast with 2 other locales, and they wanted Phil on there. But Phil actually pretty smartly. Well, was it smart? They offered him $50K. And turned it down, but no, I do not share internet with Sav.
There's no way that the chat could keep working on my laptop, but the stream would die on my desktop if it was my internet going out. So it's a YouTube side blip, so sorry about that.
Oh, see? That wasn't me.
All right. Now, what were we talking about?
You guys were talking about my internet.
Oh, okay. So whoever the head of Disney is, I think is it Bob Iger, whoever he is,
really
he talked to his
sucks.
employees and he outright
But they had
told
like
them
3 good
they have
episodes
to
because
stop
Bogey
now
was faking
making
cancer.
content that's trying to push a moral or agenda, and they have to go back to just making good stories, because that's what Disney used to be: good, family-friendly, entertaining stories. And what's happened is they've stopped doing that, and instead, every single thing now has to be some kind of like a big moral or value or an agenda that's being pushed down your throat. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be, hey, yeah, you might have some ideas of right, wrong, and morality in a Disney film, but it used to be more about just having this great visual entertainment medium thing.
I don't
that's
think
what it was
that's
supposed
true.
to be. Family fun. And somehow they lost that. Right? Like they lost the idea of family fun and just said, every single thing we do must be some big agenda story pushed down your throat.
Disney stuff sucks
not
now.
everyone likes that.
But
not everyone has to feel like every single thing they watch they're being talked down to or taught a lesson. They just want to freaking have fun. Whatever happened to the popcorn flick?
I think they were
you
all
go and you see it with your family and you have fun.
Trying to teach lessons back then too.
So yeah.
Well, maybe not
that
the
was what he said. What about
OG
less than a year ago?
Mickey Mouse.
So I think what's going to happen within Disney, you're going to see a shift.
Oh, no.
The last 5 years, you saw a big shift. It didn't work. Now they're going to shift again. Now it would have been nice if they just would have not done the stupid shit that they just did in those many years, regardless. But these companies sometimes need to fail before they can learn. You know. Exactly. Making movies for the general audience versus making movies for some tiny specific audience and everyone else watches it and says, what did we just watch? oh, well, we needed to learn this lesson from it. Oh, now I get it. See?
Still doesn't watch movies, though.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. Huh? What was the first PlayStation console I played? PS1, Model 1. My first console was Pong. My second console was Atari 7800. I've been around a long time, man.
An OG gamer. When this guy talks,
no,
we
I've
have to
not
listen.
seen the new Dune movies. Yes, I played Sea of Thieves at launch, and it was incredibly bare bones, and within 4 hours, I did everything there was to do in the game, and I never went back to it.
It's been fucking like a decade since it came out. Maybe not, but like 5 years.
Permit, thanks for the super chat, but I'm fairly certain that a factory-sealed webcam shipped from Amazon does not have malware firmware installed on it that magically installed itself onto my PC when I plugged it in. That's pretty far-fetched, don't you think? That's like when someone said, oh, the joystick you're getting is going to be bugged. There's going to be bugs inside of the joystick, right?
Exactly, Carl. That
Yes,
was the only good part.
I'm sure. There's a series of listening devices inside of my Victrix to hear everything that goes on in my home.
Does anybody know if there's anything else good in this?
I don't know if I'm going to play
go
Space
watch,
Marine 2 or not yet. Warhammer is not
let's
something
see,
I
what
follow
was it?
actively. I played Space Marine 1 ages ago, and I liked it.
Watch
I don't know about 2.
July 24th.
Do I miss emote spam from Twitch? Do I prefer YouTube because we don't use that many emotes? I wish you could have the best of both worlds. I wish you could have all the features that Twitch had.
Okay,
Like-
let's go to...
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new week here on DSP.
Alright, so we're on July 24th. We went back in time. Thank you, Black Mage. Phil's favorite Disney is Lion King, aka Furry Hamlet. Phil also has a sealed copy of the Super Nintendo Lion King game, or is it the Sega Genesis one? But yes, that is indeed correct, Black Mage. He does love Furry Hamlet. Hamlet for
DSP
furries.
Gaming. I'm back from break, and on
Thank you for the
today's show,
super
we've
chat.
got some important updates and topics to talk about.
For
Notably,
the Super Nintendo,
the
yeah.
schedule needs to be amended, changed, and shuffled around per feedback that I've gotten from you over the past couple of days. So expect updates on Fallout 4, SVC Chaos, Nintendo World Championships, and more. Plus, I have a major update regarding DSP Throwback. I have chosen the next game that will be on the channel. I think you're all going to be pleased. And of course, coming up this week, we've got the big marathon on Saturday, plus some game news to cover today. So prepare yourself for a news-filled, update-filled, eventful, jam-packed episode of the Level 1 podcast.
Thank you,
Alrighty,
Carl,
everybody.
for
Good
the...
morning. Let's
I don't know how long ago I
camera
muted, but thank you, Carl, for the sticker of Midnight. It looks to be an anthropomorphic Midnight.
This camera keeps getting knocked,
Thank
and
you,
I don't
Card.
know why. I notice that every time when I start my show. See that? I think it's the wire. I think the wire is like pulling it in one direction or something there. It's a little weird. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 25th of July, 2024. Of course, I'm Darkside Phil. A brand new week. Feeling nicely refreshed. Decided to do green background today because I haven't done a green background in quite some time. I was like, let's do a little bit of variety for today. And I'm feeling excited
variety.
for this week because we're going to have a good variety of stuff. However, as you know, as a variety content creator,
Yeah,
I
this
always
looks
need
way
to
better
keep
than the
my
Hawaii
ear to
one.
the ground, so to speak, and listen to what you guys have to say regarding everything that is going on. And
You're
the
right, Anders
schedule
Pack.
last week, we wrapped up a
And
couple
hello,
of
Yellow
things that were
Monkey.
actually
Yellow
interesting and you
Monkey.
guys really enjoyed. For example, we finished the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC for Elden Ring. That was a good one for a month. People coming out and supporting and enjoying those streams. And now it's over. All good things come to an end. And we Riven Remake. That was a good one for a couple of weeks there. Even though it was a shorter game, it was cool to go down memory lane and check out some of these awesome classics from the 90s, now reimagined in full first-person 3D. And it's also been really awesome to be playing a lot of stuff on my mini PC recently and getting a lot of use out of it. So that's all great, right? Then, because I had finished that stuff up, I decided to start a couple of new things because, well, not really a couple of new things. One thing that was returning after an extended hiatus, and another thing that was brand new, but I knew wasn't going to have like crazy amounts of attention or longevity. It was just kind of a little bit of a time filler. So Fallout 4 returned on Monday for the first time in like a month and a half on my streams. To be honest about Fallout 4, let's talk about each of these in order here.
And give us talking to about Fallout 4.
I'm well aware that the Fallout hype died. Fallout hype started in April with the release of the Fallout TV series on Prime Video. And I played that game for a month, and quite frankly, yeah, it had hype, and people were excited and were showing up for the streams. But I noticed, as we were getting to late May, that the hype had died. And the streams were slowing down more and more. Less people were showing up, less views on the videos as they uploaded. And so I kind of knew that it was going to be the chill stream in the rotation for a bit. Other games that I had been playing were getting more attention, which was fine because it was a good balance. But then when Elden Ring came out, the DLC that is, I knew I was going to have to put it on hiatus. There was no way I was going to be able to keep playing through it with Elden Ring. But now we're kind of between a rock and a hard place. Allow me to explain. We're about 60 hours into Fallout 4. That's a lot of time invested over the last 4 months into this game. This is my yearly Bethesda playthrough. As you know, every year I've been playing a Bethesda game, including New Vegas, Skyrim, Oblivion, and now Fallout 4. It's been awesome each year to play through a Bethesda game. It's a great experience. It's kind of almost a tradition now, right? But where we left off is we were in the Nuka World DLC, and the Nuka World DLC for some is interesting, and for others it's incredibly boring. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I remember some of it, and I remember parts of it I don't like, and parts of it I like. Like, the Oswald plot line about ghouls was interesting, but then when I'm going to fight 7,000 generic robots in the Galaxy City part, it's incredibly boring. So what I'm trying to do is finish up this Fallout 4 playthrough, but on Monday I realized it's not doing well at all. Like, we had, at one point, less than 200 viewers on the daytime stream, and people were kind of complaining, yeah, this is boring.
Good night, Sam.
Now, support was decent only because of a kind of a last-minute contribution from someone who showed up, like, in the last half an hour to help out, and I really appreciate that. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, I get the feeling, the game has basically run its course. People don't really care about this anymore. I did play as much as I could when it was popular, but there's not much I could do. I couldn't force my way through a 60-plus hour game within, say, 2 weeks. It would have been the only thing I played, and everyone would have been bored then. It was said it was too much overload. And so, what I think we're going to have to do moving forward with Fallout 4 is very simple. We're just going to have to push for completion. And what I mean by that is, I'm not going to be beating around the bush. I'm not going to be doing any further side content. We have to finish the Nuka World DLC as soon as possible.
Yeah, it does suck with the, I see Frankie and Anders Pack talking about it. It does suck because, on the off chance, like, let's say even if Buggy calls police and it's like, hey, I'm getting swatted. On the off chance that something is happening, I mean, especially with Buggy, right? That dude's gonna snap one day. So swatting is such a shitty thing, dude, because the cops kind of have a duty to check no matter what. But feels bad. Because theoretically, you could probably call the police and being like, hey, I'm getting swatted a lot. And then you could actually, you kill someone, and then they're not going to show up. That's a good way to get out of jail. That's yeah. Don't take that
We have
advice.
to get back to the main game. We have to build that transporter thing and get to the Institute. We have to do whatever base Institute missions are there, and then we have to pick our ending and finish the game. The game has definitely run its course, and the thing is,
Yeah, no
I've
one cares about
invested
Fallout 4
60
now.
hours of stream time into this.
In years.
I don't want to dump the playthrough for those who have been along.
And also, yes, Boogie did not get swatted. Some dude came into his office and was like, "Hey,"
for the
and that's
ride.
all.
But no exaggeration, that's less than 300 people who are still watching. Just take a look at the videos from Monday. They don't even have 300 views. Okay?
Yeah, Chorus.
So we need to wrap this up. And
We're
that's
doing one more
directly based on
prestream.
your feedback from what I saw on Monday. People saying, listen, we understand. You invested a ton of time, but
Yeah,
let's
that's
finish
street
it as soon as
smarts.
possible. So that's number one. That is my intention, is today to push through and finish that Nuka World DLC, get back to the main game, try to advance the main plot, and get as far as I can. I'm hoping within, say, 2 or 3 streams of this, we're going to beat it. Okay? That's my hope. I can't promise that, but I hope that that's the case so that we can move on to other stuff. I want to get a viewing audience back. I don't want people to say, oh, he's playing Fallout today. Oh, I'm taking off. I'll be back, later when he's done with this game.
I was playing Fallout today. I'm gonna take off. Come back
In fact,
later.
it's kind of a shame because, again, Fallout 4 was doing quite well back in April, May. People were like, oh, I didn't even realize this game was this good. I'm like, yeah, not that it's the best. I definitely think the story of Fallout New Vegas and 3 is better, but the gameplay mechanics of this game are actually much improved from those games. And if you stay away from the base building, which I have, I literally didn't do the Minutemen plot line, right? If you don't do that, the game's significantly better. You don't get bothered to go defend bases at a constant level, and you don't get pulled away and get annoyed by the game. You can just play it like any other Fallout game, which is why I think I've enjoyed it so much. And by the way, my apologies. Yes, my allergies are bothering me. On my day off, I cleaned all of the filters and all the air conditioners because I noticed the last couple of days I was having issues in here. I was sneezing and having some burning eyes. I'm like, why is that? And I looked at the filter. All the air conditioner filters were filthy, and I cleaned them less than a month ago.
Oh, okay.
So the air has been pretty bad out here with pollen and soot from wildfires and stuff. And that's why I was like, oh, so now I've cleaned it. I'm hoping it'll make it better today. But yeah, I've got the nasal drip right now. It's really bothering me, and I apologize for that.
Got the nasal drip right now.
Okay. So anyway, I need to finish Fallout 4 as soon as possible. That's the goal. I hope that you'll be along for the ride with me. Like, let's say you're here right now for
if he doesn't
the podcast, and you were like, I was gonna dip. I was gonna get out of here once he starts with Fallout 4. Stick around because we could just hang out. It could be a hangout session where we just talk and interact.
Fucking begging people to not leave your stream. Being like, oh, you might not like the game, but we can talk and we can hang out. You guys want to hang out, right?
Have to always be about the game. In this case, yes, I want to finish the game. I put so much time into it. I don't want to leave a few people hanging who are watching it for the end. Please stick around and hang out with me if you can. And of course, I would say support the streams, but I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't think we're going to get much support for Fallout 4 moving forward. I think it's going to be probably the deadest streams that I have when it comes to that, unless we get lucky like I did on Monday and have a very generous person who shows up last minute. I feel like the game is pretty dead. So there's not much I can do about that, but I need to push through. So let's try to go for completion within the next 2 to 3 streams. Okay? Cool. Now,
all right, guys. I know you might not want to watch DSP, but please stay.
SBC Chaos.
If you guys stay here, we can talk. We can talk about whatever. You don't have to even watch DSP. Just please stay.
Retro fighting game from 2003. All right, SNK versus Capcom. It's SNK's take on a crossover title. It's not a great game. It actually has issues. In fact, as I went to play it the other day, I was having issue with charge characters. I was like, I don't understand why my charge moves don't come out. Someone explained to me in the comments why. They said when they made the game, they screwed it up. Just listen to this. So in any other fighting game, if you want to do a charge move, okay, you can use a hybrid direction to charge. So for example, let's say you're Guile and you want to throw a sonic boom. Well, you can charge down back, so you're doing a crouching block, and out of crouching block, you go to forward and do a sonic boom. But not in SVC. In SVC, you have to hold back first.
I have never played a fighting game,
then go to down. Cool.
And I do work tomorrow,
said,
so I'm just gonna skip that.
What can you expect this week?
If I didn't work, I would
what I'd like to do is
it,
reshuffle the schedule around a bit so you guys know what is coming up. And Also, I have a big update regarding DSP Throwback, a total change in a little bit of philosophy and stuff that's going to happen over there as a result of YouTube issues. Okay, so let's talk. Today, Fallout 4 pushing through this Nuka-Cola World DLC. We have to finish it today. And I think we will. We have to get these stupid star cores. We have like 11 more to get or something dumb like that. So we'll run around idiots for an hour collecting star
requests
cores.
for streams. Hold on.
Assign that area.
Let's
I'm
go
going
up
to
to
be
this.
giving like my best crops and things to this event, where I guess you get graded on
Stardew Valley
the level
chill
of
stream,
crops
and then we're going to talk about support requests.
So I'm working on that. You know, there's a lot going on in Stardew, but of course it's also chill fun, and I'm going to adopt the same philosophy I did the other day. When we play Stardew Valley moving forward, I'm going to relax with you guys a lot more. And what I mean by that is I'm going to read your messages in chat, pause the game.
I agree, real Jeezy. Like I said last time, once we get to 4K subs, we're going to have a marathon. We're going to watch all my old clips. It's going to be sick. I basically just need to keep on clicking
Put the controller
videos
down and talk with you. Because with Stardew, there's so much going on and there's so much time management.
With it.
It's easy to get wrapped up in the game and rushing through days because you don't want to miss any time. But a lot of the times, you guys just want to chat. And I'm totally down for that. I want to talk with you guys. So I need to take time to do that. Not just keep playing the game, and ignore the interactive nature of my stream. So I'm going to make an honest effort to do more of that tonight with Stardew, pausing the game and talking with you more. Okay? So that's today. I hope, guys, you will support today's streams. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not expecting much from people who are going to be here for Fallout 4. I already know that the game's kind of dead, right?
So
it would be great
is it going to the Stardew
podcast.
People?
If you were thinking of supporting the stream, if you could, it would be great if you could support it early. This channel is down this
early
because of a few factors, mostly because there's no new games, right? If you think about it, this month, I played the Elden Ring DLC all month. I played a lot of Street Fighter 6, right? There hasn't been a lot going on in regards to the games.
Streamers
because that it does die down. It does this every summer, okay? Where at the end of the month, it'd be great to get a little bit of a push to maybe make up for the
early
behindness that I have right now. And also, there's a marathon.
Exactly, Anders Pack. He said the only interesting thing about his complaints about fighting games is hearing people in the know explain how wrong he is. And I do not, I don't know anything about fighting games.
On Saturday, that might help. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes, okay?
Very fun to listen.
But in truth, I'm not really expecting that much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this stream right now with Fallout 4 is nearly dead. And there's nothing I can do about that. I got to push through it. I just got to finish the game.
This is a good investors meeting.
Tomorrow, what I'd like to do is do something different. Instead of SVC Chaos, which originally I was going to do, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I don't think people are going to like it that much. I think that's more of an interject here or there as a night stream deal. I think tomorrow, I would like to do my first ever dose of the Nintendo World Championships, which came out less than a week ago, right? Or was it about a week ago now? I think it was less than a week ago. Hold on one second, because I'm hearing some noise outside.
Right.
Okay, it was a garbage truck outside collecting trash. It was very loud. All right, so tomorrow I would like to start with the Nintendo World Championships. This is a game that came out less than a week ago on the Switch. This is a game where you basically do fun challenge runs. In classic NES.
Italian dinner disappointment.
So we did something interesting for dinner, although it kind of went exactly how I expected it would. Okay.
Bill's day off. The best stories on YouTube.
So Kat said she had been watching these certain YouTube videos about Italian chefs, and basically she started craving Italian food. I'm like, yeah, but there is no real Italian food out here. Like, no matter where we order from, it's not going to be authentic. This is not going to be East Coast Italian that I'm used to and that she had during our wedding. We had a big Italian feast at a restaurant.
This guy loves sucking up the East Coast
they don't
Italians.
have that out here on the West Coast where we just not. There's literally no chefs that know how to cook Italian food out here. It's sad. But we're like, you know what? On a whim, let's give it a shot. Let's order some Italian food and see what it's like. So, local Italian place. Crazy good ratings, supposedly. Everyone rants and raves about this place. It's a really good Italian place, right? So we ordered a pizza, a pepperoni pizza, and we ordered a carbonara pasta.
It's not going to be authentic. Oh, yeah, Italian dinner disappointment is next.
We'll each have some of the pasta, and, it should be enough. We ordered these two things, should be enough for dinner, all right? But, of course, funny enough, you can't order a size of pizza. It's just a pizza. So you're like, or immediately you're like, yeah, right? Like, I'm sure this is going to be authentic. So we order, and the pizza is about the size of a small pizza from like a real East Coast Italian pizza joint. It's not even a medium or large, it's a small.
Ooh.
Okay? So it's like 8 smaller pieces of pizza. And the thing is, here's the thing. The pizza was not bad.
Italian
it was handmade dough, you could tell. They made it there. It wasn't like a pre-made crust or anything. And you know it was fresh made. Everything was good on it. But, number one,
No, Farmer, authentic Italian food is fucking massive. If you go to Italy, the pizza is 5 feet long. Obviously.
No char at all on the crust or dough. So, right off the bat, you know it's not authentic. Any authentic Italian pizza is going to have some kind of a char or some kind of, you get that from actually cooking in the oven. This had nothing. Nothing whatsoever like that. Okay? Basically, completely white on the bottom, everything, Number two, the crust wasn't even crunchy. It was chewy. All right? I'm not saying it didn't taste good. The dough had good flavor. But it was completely chewy. You could take the slice and fold it and just bend it like a stretch.
I love that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even crack.
Even
There's
some
no bubbles in the crust. So, again, it's not authentic whatsoever. Like, that's not even close to authentic Italian pizza. It was okay. It was just insanely overpriced. So you might say, well, Phil, what did you spend on the pizza? That was a pepperoni pizza. $18, I think. Actually, it might have been like $6. No, I think it was $18. It was under $20. But for the price where, like, you think you're going to get a good big pizza. No. Small ass pizza.
That's
for like $18. Like, what? Right? But again, how funny how there were no sizes when you're ordering. It's just the one. There's no option.
It's so
right?
funny. That's
weird. Pretty stupid. And then in addition to that, the pasta.
That's probably how they do it in Italy.
The pasta wasn't bad. It was
that's
what you
probably
would expect.
more
The carbonara
authentic.
is a white creamy.
Well, it'd be funny if this is like an actual authentic Italian restaurant, but Phil's mad because it's not East Coast Italian. That'd be pretty funny.
Sauce that has like cream and cheese in it, and this had what kind of meat is it? It's the Italian meat that kind of is like a smoky bacon, but it's not. I can't remember what it's called. It has the name of it. I'm having a brain fart right now. Obviously, I knew what it was yesterday. That's all it was. It was spaghetti in the sauce with some of the meat. It was okay. I would say it was a little bit too much on the creamy side, like too much cream and a little bit too heavy on the cream. Was it prosciutto? Maybe it was prosciutto. I'm not sure.
You put a little accent on that.
So, yeah, it was it was okay. All right. And it wasn't a giant portion again. It was like a small portion, but it was heavy, so we split it, so it was all right. So between the little bit of pasta we had and a few pieces of pizza, it was a dinner. But man, it was the most inauthentic
that 25%
Italian dinner. And again, no exaggeration. All the ratings for this restaurant are insanely high. Everyone in this area raves about this Italian restaurant, claiming it's the most authentic thing possible.
What the fuck?
Oh, the food is so good. Oh,
Frankie, you're right. When he's a know-it-all,
it's
just
over the top great,
worst.
right? I was like, no, it wasn't. Like, the pasta was just okay. The pizza was way inauthentic.
Oh
it was a fresh handmade pizza, but it was not authentic in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, it was pretty silly that people around here buy this and pay top dollar for it.
A bunch of
authentic
idiots.
Italian. It's
everyone's
further from the truth, but that's all they get. There's no real authentic Italian restaurants out here. I don't think any Italians moved out here, so no one out here knows how to make
have you ever been
authentic
to Italy,
at all. And so they pay top dollar. I mean, I'll be honest, they line up outside of Olive Garden now over here, thinking that's good food. So I think that should give you some perspective.
Wow. Fucking plebs eating Olive Garden. It's horrible.
Anyway, so that's really it. There was not much else to say. My wife was not feeling well at all for most of the day. So basically just kind of hung out, watched TV, ate some food, ran errands, and went to bed early. Yeah, we went to bed way early because she didn't feel good. Okay. There you go. Oop, that's a simple Phil's Day Off segment. Nothing too crazy.
Right.
All right. So I have an announcement regarding DSP Throwback.
Nope.
We've been talking about this over the last week or two.
Demonetization issues.
But I do have an announcement in regards to
Yeah, where's the authentic Polish
this content, okay?
Does she know all about that?
So,
he is 75% Polish.
As I've already mentioned, this month already my profits are down, and it's because there's basically been no major new releases this month. Okay,
yeah, that's fine.
But over on DSP Throwback, it's even more disheartening because a lot of effort goes into that channel, particularly the upscaling, adding frames, frame rate to make it 60 frames, putting into 30-minute segments, thumbnails, titling, etc. A lot of effort. And this month, that channel took a hit because a lot of the videos that we uploaded to the channel got hit with demonetization. All right. Now, to make this clear, the videos on that channel should not be demonetized unless there's an extreme reason. Like, for example, there's a part of the Dante's Inferno playthrough where there's nudity, there's brutal, disgusting murder, stuff like that. I get it.
I hope he does not.
There's parts of the LA Noire playthrough where there's charred human bodies who died in a fire, in an arson attack. Okay, I get it. Maybe that stuff is going to get demonetized.
I've been thinking about playing LA Noire.
But for the most part, that's like one video out of like 100, right? That's not some big deal. It's not, you know what I mean? But what happens with YouTube's AI is that it's dumb as dirt. So YouTube automatically, once a few videos get flagged
just assuming
for
that they're putting
demonetization,
it through some
will start
AI
flagging
shit.
a ton of videos for demonetization for no actual good reason. And what happened this month is that the videos would go live. And then all of a sudden, it would say, oh, ad unsuitable. We would upload the video, right? I would put title on it and everything.
Yes, Pope.
And then all of a sudden, when the video was going to go live, YouTube would flag it as ad unsuitable. And I'd be like, what?
What?
That's stupid. So it's bullshit because if something's flagged as ad unsuitable, you then have to appeal that decision and have a human actually watch the video at YouTube. So you say, flag it for review. It could take YouTube upwards of 3 days to have a human watch a video that you flagged for review. Usually it's faster than that. Usually they'll do it within 24 hours. But sometimes it could take 2 to 3 days. The problem is, if your video already ran live, right, with no ads on it because it was flagged as ad unsuitable, then everyone watches it, and by the time YouTube reviews it and puts ads on it, it's already too late. I'm not kidding. That's exactly what just happened with a part of LA Noire. The video went live as ad unsuitable. Everyone watched it within the first 24 hours. This morning, someone reviewed it and approved it and said, oh, okay, ads are good. Everyone already watched it. So I'm not going to make any money on that. Now they put ads on it, no one will ever see the ads. And that's YouTube's fault.
It probably got
AI
at least
is terrible.
200
Like
views.
I said, it seems to be like, it's almost like profiling, right?
He probably lost off at like...
one thing went wrong.
What?
Let's just assume AI is terrible. Like I said, it seems to be like, it's almost like profiling.
The DSP's getting... It's because he's Italian. He's getting racially profiled by the AI.
Okay, so one thing went wrong. Let's just assume that a million other things will go wrong and just flag a whole bunch of videos as ad unsuitable, even though they're not, and then leave the job of fixing YouTube's AI errors on the creator or uploader to fix. How does that make sense? What did I do wrong?
Yeah, he always says the ad revenue is pretty much zero. To make my videos
being flagged as ad unsuitable. They're not. There's literally nothing in them because I'm telling you, every time that I submit them for review, they always get ads on them. It just takes 2 or 3 days. So what is wrong with their stupid algorithm, right? So anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is
absolutely
because
forgotten low count.
What I'm going to do moving
guy
forward
with, names.
with the channel is I'm going to have a video. Let's say it's a new part of Dante's Inferno. So we're going to upload it and let it sit there and see what happens for like a day. Will it get flagged as ad unsuitable? Will it get flagged for copyright? What will happen? We're going to give it time so that we then have time to submit it if we need to do whatever we need to do with the video to get it cleared up. And then we're going to make it go live once all the issues are cleared up.
Wow, that's so much work.
A perfect example of this. A video of Dante's Inferno was supposed to go live this morning.
Uh-oh.
First, the video got flagged for copywritten music. So I used YouTube's AI removal.
So earlier, Phil told us that we can see with his new webcam that his goatee is not patchy. Look at this. How can he continue to deny it? like a mental illness at this point. What the fuck?
Tool to remove the song. It took several hours. I came back to the channel later in the day, and then YouTube ran a second check and said, ad unsuitable. And I said, for what? So now I've submitted it for human review, and I'm waiting for that review to finish. As of this morning, it still hasn't been reviewed. So that video, which has been live for longer than 24 hours, I'm not going to publish it because I can't put anything on it yet until YouTube reviews it. So that's why there was no part of Dante's Inferno that went live this morning, okay? I'm going to wait until the videos are cleared before we put them live. However, you have to understand something. This may result in sporadic uploading. There may be 2 days where there's new videos and then a day with nothing, and then it resumes the next day.
I agree with you, Black.
And there's nothing we can really do about that. That's because of YouTube. YouTube is screwing up with its auto-flagging bullshit, okay? This is probably going to heavily affect the GTA Vice City playthrough. I can't imagine there will be a day when the music won't get flagged or it won't say ad unsuitable for the language or the violence. But I have to go through the process of doing all of this, and it could take days and days for the videos to go live, and there's not much I can really do.
Yeah, he did say the throwback channel wouldn't be about money, right? Or to be a noob.
Okay?
He's doing a lot of effort for someone that doesn't care about money.
I know this is all frustrating. It's very frustrating for myself and the editors who are working on the channel. We just want the videos to go live so people can watch them, and it's like another issue gets flagged. Another issue gets flagged.
Yeah,
like,
nobody's going back to watch it.
How many days do we have to wait for its 17 algorithms to run to know when we can make this video go live? This is stupid, you know?
Yeah, so, but what about the algorithms that do the upscaling?
It's a new process. Usually, I never have this issue on DSP Gaming. It's only been going on with these older playthroughs with their licensed music and issues, things like that. So, I'll let you know if and when things change. You know, right now, like I said, already a video is being withheld, and hopefully it clears in the next 24 hours.
Well,
and
GZ.
you know, and then I can actually watch it. In fact, I'm just curious.
It was actually all set up
again,
for
today. I did flag it.
Let's see, do I have it still
overnight?
On here?
Yesterday, I cleared the copyright music from it, and I was going to have it scheduled to go live today, and then they flagged it for ad unsuitability.
Yes, I had all set up, but oh no, I've just been tired the last
Okay. So
once it gets to nighttime,
it looks like the check has been cleared.
I had
so
it all
now
set up,
I'm
so it'll come back next time.
And I can have it go live tomorrow. Okay? Do you see how frustrating this is? So yeah, tomorrow I'll have this video go live, and then we'll resume with all the playthroughs. So we'll have a new part of Dante's Inferno tomorrow, a new part of LA Noire the day after. Okay? But I guarantee you this is going to be a problem with GTA. Like every day we try to do a video, this is going to happen. All right?
And next time probably
so that's just a heads up
Capcom,
for those who are enjoying the throwback content. And by the way, if you haven't, I mean, it's great stuff. Dante's Inferno is surprisingly good. It's way better than I remember. That's seriously a game that looks like super fun to play. It's a shame that it couldn't be viewed on YouTube 14 years ago because of the gore and nudity. And after GTA, you guys
I'm
know
going
that
to restart
GTA
Sekiro.
Trilogy is some of my most classic, most highly regarded.
I'll play that in LA Noire.
So I hope you guys will give the remastered edition a look when it goes live over there. Okay? Okay. Okay, the last thing, and this one, I'm going to rely heavily on you guys.
All right? Probably not.
So as you guys know,
I don't know if I ever beat that.
I have absolutely no association whatsoever with Keemstar or anything he's involved in. All right?
Oh, great.
Last year, there was talk that I would do a podcast with Boogie and Wings, but it would be our podcast, meaning the three of us would do a podcast together. And then both of those guys literally sold out and signed up with Keemstar to do a drama podcast called The Lol Cow Show or The Lol Cow Cast or whatever it is, where essentially the purpose of the show is they get bullied all day. A bunch of people who call farmers go on there and make fun of them constantly, and they just stand there and take it and get paid money to do it. I mean, it's a vile show. It's a disgusting show. It's exactly what I thought it was. It's complete and utter fabricated drama.
I mean, I can't agree with Bill here.
Almost everything on that show is scripted, 100%, done ahead of time. They already know what they're going to say and do. They do these fake sides. Oh, I'm going to quit the show. No, I'm going to quit the show. Oh, he quit. Oh, he's back. Oh, he quit. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, Wings
it's 100% fabricated. It's just as fake as shitty reality TV.
Wings actually looks pretty good on that show, I think. From what I've seen.
Legit. They're just complete moronic idiots to think that anything there would be real. Okay? But the truth is, I never want to be involved in that kind of drama content.
Exactly, Rogeezy. What does he think Kino Casino is? It's the same shit. It's a local show, video type thing. And he thinks that somehow he's going to get true and honest fans from them, and that he's going to go on, he's going to be friends, and he's just going to be a regular there.
Anyway, right? Ever. That's why I said I'm not involved with the show. You know, Keemstar couldn't even legitimately contact me and offer me a real spot on the show. He demanded on Twitter that I accept a $50K offer to be on the show before he even spoke with me. Like, he's making demands. Over the last 2 years, he's tried to harass me by saying he was going to contact my friends and family and do a negative Netflix documentary about me. This guy's nuts, okay? He's a fucking asshole. He's a piece of garbage. I want nothing to do with this man, all right? I've made this abundantly clear over the last 2 years. I want nothing to do with Keemstar whatsoever.
It's really lame,
all right? At all. You guys keep coming on my streams and bringing it up. And I keep telling you, Guys, every time that you bring this shit up, you are literally feeding into the hands of these drama bitches. You understand that? Because that's all they are. They're bitches. They make up shit so that gullible, dumb people will talk about it, watch it, and give them money for it. Okay? If you watch the show, if you talk about the show, if you care about the show, you fell for the trap, you're a gullible idiot, and all they care about is milking you for money and views. That's it. They don't want to make legit content. If they did, they'd make a legit show. They haven't done that at all. They don't care about that. They just care about the money. All right? So
DSP
I don't know why
show for a while.
Would care about this show in my audience. If you have a brain between these two ears in your head, you should never watch it. You should never discuss it. You should never give it a moment of your time.
Sorry,
all
Dad.
right? The only reason I'm bringing it up is because for some weird reason,
people. I thought that Phil doesn't care what his fans watch, and that's the reason why it's okay for him to leave a pedophile running around his chat, because he does not care what other people watches.
Have been contacting me in the last like 4 days, and they're all saying almost exactly the same thing. Here's what they're saying. Phil, you were completely right about the show all along. The events over there have become incredibly heinous. The show has completely fallen apart.
Who the fuck said that?
It's awful. And what was the other thing? There was one other thing too. So basically, the weird part about it
love your content.
People keep writing me and saying this. Like, oh yeah, that's what it is. They actually admitted on the show publicly that you were right all along about everything. Okay? So here's the thing. I don't watch the show. I'm never going to because I'm not a moron. Anyone who watches it is a fucking moron. That's my opinion. You can disagree with me. I think anyone who watches that show is actually like a complete idiot. Okay? There's no one who would watch the show who has intelligence because you know it's fake.
Although I don't watch it. I've only watched those 3
Ladies and gentlemen,
streams.
The entire LOLcow podcast, LOLcow Live, whatever the fuck it's called, is fake. It's scripted, you idiots.
Yeah, I was watching Kino Casino 2
any of that is real. You'd have to be a dunce.
He's definitely watched it.
So congrats to how many member viewers they're getting every time that they stream it. It's a fake show, you idiots. How are you that stupid? I mean, if anything, it just shows there's an incredible group of moronic...
Is this why Keem said he was going to sue DSP, or LOLcow Live said they're going to sue DSP? It's really funny. Obviously, that's not going to happen. They're just saying shit. But I would like for them to take it just far enough as to where he thinks it's going to happen. Like, I don't know, draft up some kind of legal letter or something, just to see what he does. Go talk about stream for sure.
People on this planet who will fall for anything because they're so stupid, right? Now, what I would like to know is why all of a sudden in the last week, people are bringing this up with me. Like, what actually is going on? Because I feel like at some point I do need to be in the know just in case it does have some negative effect on me. What is going on over there that people are bringing me up? I have nothing to do with this fucking show and never will. I'm not stupid. I'm not a moron. Okay? You're right? So, that I just want to know why am I in being discussed? What actually has happened over there? Can someone clarify for me what is going on that my name is in other people's mouths now and are bringing me up again? Because by the way, this year has been a great year. If you haven't noticed, no drama. I've literally stayed out of all drama. All the drama is fabricated and outside of my streams and content. Any drama, I'm not getting pulled into it. I've stayed the fuck out of it on purpose, right? I have no involvement with it whatsoever. I don't want to be involved in it. But I feel like every once in a while, I have to ask what involvement I have. Like, why are people contacting me saying I was right all along? You know, and they admitted that you're right. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's been talking about Rich.
Right? I don't think you're being discussed. I think someone just said that you won't over them because your stability and ignoring drama.
He's pretending he can't read.
They're bringing it up this past week because Boogie had a horrible freak out on the show. People seeing Boogie break down, and people remember what you said about the show being bad. Is that it? Okay.
This sucks.
Boogie got forced to have a face tattoo. That doesn't even make sense. No one can force you to have a face tattoo. If Boogie got a face tattoo, that was his active choice to do something for the show as a stunt.
So more morons would watch it. They held you down.
You understand? There's no, he got forced to do something.
What if they strap you into a chair?
How do you not understand that? Wow.
Tell me I'm ready.
So is that literally it?
Yeah, somebody needs to strap Phil down and give him a dick face tattoo.
See, it's like, what does it have to do with me? Why is my name even being brought up? Don't. I want nothing to fucking do with any of these losers. You understand? I don't. I want nothing to do with people who are exploitative, because that's really the truth. The entirety of that group are exploiters. They exploit themselves. They exploit others. They're just exploiting in order to get shock value content for really dumb people who don't understand they're being exploited themselves to just keep perpetuating dumb content, right? It's kind of like what the side scrollers did with my haters last year. They literally kept bringing me up in a negative way so that they would keep getting money.
Bill keeps on bringing up people on the Level 1 podcast, but they're not. Nobody's allowed to mention him on their podcast.
Money from my haters, because my haters are morons. So the more that they brought me up in a negative way, my haters would pay them more. And then eventually it dried up, so they said, fuck it, why are we going to bother with that, right? But my haters were too dumb to realize how stupid they were, so they kept giving that money for literally nothing. You really think they care about me? No, they don't. They don't care about me at all, but they would only bring me up when they knew it was time to milk the morons again. How are people so dumb? So dumb that they don't understand when they're being exploited. You need someone to like come and slap you in the face or kick you in the balls to know that you're dumb and you're being exploited. Like, how stupid can you be? The moment you watch that kind of content, you've already fell for the trap and you've given them exactly what they want. Exactly the thing that they want. You and your stupid attention. You're giving them money. You're giving them popularity. Right? For what? For trash. For the lowest common denominator of content. Content that could only be possibly classified as harmful to the world. I'm going to repeat that. That kind of content is harmful to the world, to human society as a whole. Right? Remember when they did the Anna Nicole Smith show back on TV and everyone said, oh, that's not harmful. That content's fine because she's in on the joke. I mean, yeah, she's a train wreck. Her career fell apart. You can tell that she's high and drunk half the time on the show. But who cares? It's fine. She's dead now. She's dead.
Well, we killed Anna Nicole
because people around her turned her into a living joke. And everyone said, oh, that's fine. That's good content. She died because of those people. Do you understand? So what's it going to take? One of the people on the show has to die, and then you'll realize that it's junk content, that you shouldn't be watching it? Is that what it takes? Are you that fucking dumb that you don't understand that human exploitation is bad? This is common sense, common morality stuff. This is not big brain thinking shit. This is like if you have a base of human understanding in your head, a tiny little nugget of intelligence, you would know that is bad stuff that should not get attention, right? You should be doing everything in your power to stop people from watching that shit. What is wrong with you? If you watch that content, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I still can't believe he's trying to convince us his.
If you don't know who that is, go look it up.
Goatee is white because you can tell where the goatee is white. The goatee's white, like right here. This is literally, it's like a. The fact that I got a better camera actually shows it way more. And he said the better camera is going to show us that it's not patchy. You can clearly see its skin color.
Nicole Smith, go look her up and see her horrible life story of how she degraded from being an actress into a train wreck person, drugs, alcohol, mistreated by everyone around her, and then they publicized it and made a reality TV show around it, and then she killed herself. Yeah.
Hope his mom. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be his choice. I agree with you.
This stuff is. So let's do a whole show based on it on YouTube, and let's give them thousands of viewers every show. Wow, you guys are real fucking smart, huh? Genius level.
Yeah, and he's sucking off Kino Casino now.
Anyway, that's my say on it. I'm never involving myself in any of that shit whatsoever. So go ahead, saying, they put my name in their mouths. Understand something. It's not me doing it. I was correct 100% on that content.
Will Smith, shut up.
I was 100% fucking correct. All right? I know what I'm talking about. You stay the fuck away. Right? You stay the fuck away from that content. You don't engage it. You don't talk about it. You don't support it. You don't mention it. And eventually, when the crap hits the fan, all right, all you're going to hear is excuses from everyone involved. Oh, we didn't know. Oh, it wasn't serious. Oh, it wasn't meant to take it. Whatever you say, the writing's on the fucking wall.
No, everything I say
about you have the track record. You see what happens with this kind of content and shit. We already know where it's going.
True and honest.
So if you want to be part of that degenerate shit, you want to go to hell, go for it. Satan's waiting for you with 2 hot pokers.
What the hell? Yes, we send people to hell now.
Your ass when you show up. All right? Me, I'm staying the fuck away from it. I have better things to do with my life. Fair enough? I'm done. I've said my piece on that garbage.
Hey, okay. Buddy,
yeah. All right.
New rules for content. Will you play with branding, man?
Yeah. So it's this simple now. If anyone is going to try to bother me shit about it, it's against the rules. It's always been a rule that it's a ban when you bring up drama content in my streams and stuff. So it's this simple. I don't want to see it talked about. I don't need to know about what they're doing over there. I don't care how many times they name drop me. I don't give a fuck. If I see it, you're gone. Straight up, 100% new rule. I don't ever want to hear anything about Lolcow Show, Keemstar, Boogie, or
Burn
Wings.
in
Fuck
hell
all
for
of them.
now.
They're fucking
I'm gonna
erased. You
burn
understand?
in hell
I
for
got
the
better
rest
things to do
of
in my life than deal
eternity.
with their bullshit. That's for sure. So,
You
see
can't
it?
change who you
Gone.
are, I
Gone.
guess.
I don't want people coming to my show. Oh, did you hear what this guy did on his stream? And this guy, fuck you. You're gone. That's it. Straight up. New rules. Done with it. All right? Understand that. I don't want to hear anything about it ever
See
again.
what happens when Keem.
And if they're sad about that, because I know, for example, I know Wings is not a bad guy. I know he's not. Too bad. You wrapped up yourself with the wrong crowd. I want nothing to do with you, man. That's your fault. That's on you. Wings. There's the problem is I know there's people there who aren't horrible people, but I can't be involved with that shit. I can't. You can't. You have to lay down the law in your life of what things you want to be associated with and you don't. I will have zero association with those fucking people. Zero. I can't. I can't lower myself to that level of horrendous action and the consequence that will come. Because trust me, there will be consequence for this. You have to understand this. Something will happen. There will be consequence. Right?
Now live with the consequences.
Okay, I'm done. Orcs or dorks? Thanks for 38 months as a member.
All right, that's a good place for me to end since, fortunately, I work tomorrow. I will be back. Thank you for everyone that showed up today. Lots of people been showing up recently, so I appreciate that. And I will be back either tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna say tomorrow, but I might be lying. All right, have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow or the next day.